No, number 7. Number 7 says, RU, the length of RU, is equal to the length of UT, which is equal to the length of TS, which is equal to the length of SR. Now, you should have a checklist in your notes. And that checklist tells you which things confirm that it's a parallelogram and which things are not enough information to confirm it's a parallelogram. One of the things in that checklist says both pairs of opposite sides are congruent. So is that true? Are both pairs of opposite sides congruent? Is the top congruent to the bottom?
Yes.
Is the left congruent to the right?
Yes.
Then the answer is yes. The answer is yes. This is number 7. And like Blake was saying, we already went over one like this in class. It is a rhombus, yes, but a rhombus is a parallelogram. So it is a parallelogram.
Just like a square is a rectangle.
It's okay to have more than what's on the checklist. It's just not okay to have less than what's on the checklist. Let's do number 8. Just a second. Because number 8 looks just like number 7, except it's angles this time. Angle, SRU, is equal to that angle, is equal to that angle, is equal to that angle. So on your checklist, this is number 8, on your checklist it says opposite, 2 pairs of opposite angles need to be congruent. Do we have 2 pairs of opposite angles congruent?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why number 8 is yes. Oh my goodness. You have commentary for everything. So how many degrees are in a quadrilateral?
360.
Okay, I'm going to start calling names because Blake's dominating everything.
Yes. I win.
Luis, there are 360 degrees in a quadrilateral. So how many degrees is each angle if they're all 4 congruent? Only Luis can answer.
Did you hear? Did you catch me? 90. He said 300.
Hey, yes, they're all 90. So in fact, it is a rectangle, but a rectangle is a parallelogram, so it's still yes, it's still a parallelogram. What else can I answer? 1 through 8. Yes.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
RU is parallel to ST,
Rust.
and RS is congruent to TU. Now, the last thing on our checklist said we can have 1 pair of opposite sides that are both congruent and parallel. But I don't have 1 pair of opposite sides congruent and parallel. I've got 1 pair of opposite sides parallel and 1 pair of opposite sides congruent. The other things on our checklist say both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Are both pairs of opposite sides parallel?
Yes, they have to be.
No. Are both pairs of opposite sides congruent? No. So this is not a parallelogram. No. Why do they have to be like?
Because you see, if they're going to get both of those lines parallel, to make it a closed figure like that, and if they're both the same length, and to make it a closed figure in both of those,
Yeah, that's true.
they have to be. It would have to be parallel.
This would have to be parallel to this?
Yes,
Yeah.
because they have to be the same length to be able to make it a closed figure.
Hence their parallelogram.
No. That's why the answer to number 3 is no. I'm trying to convince you. Blake was trying to convince us that it was yes. I was telling you that it was no, but I was entertaining his yes so that we could find out why it was
I thought
no.
he was proving why it was no.
It is no. The answer to number 3 is no. Because just because these are parallel does not mean these are parallel. But it was a really good thought, because if they were going the same way, and these are parallel, and they were the same length, then they would have to be parallel. But they don't have to have the same slope. They don't have to have the same slope.
She's giving us the information.
So
to-
intense.
okay, all on
Thank
the-
you, Lauren. That was a really, really, really good observation. Okay, what can I do for 9 through 17? Yes? 14. Can everyone look at 14 with me? Ooh, that's a good one. You're going to see that on a quiz and a test, both times. Double whammy. Good question, Blake. Okay, oh, Blake, your card is actually up this time. What property are we going to use to solve that? We got 5 properties. Blake, R.
We use the one with the bisect each other.
What?
Diagonal.
The diagonal.
Diagonals bisect each other. Good. So that's congruent to that, and that's congruent to that. That's what bisect means. Cut in half. Make 2 congruent pieces.
X plus y.
So, Tyler, can you set up an equation for me?
X minus y equals 8.
Oops. Beautiful.
And then x plus y equals 10.
Now, We try not to give you too many systems of equations. But when we do give you a system of equation, we're going to make sure it's really nice if we're going to give it to you on a quiz or a test. On the homework, we might give you ugly ones. But on a quiz or a test, I promise it'll be nice. This one is as nice as it gets. We might give you one harder than this. But this one cannot get any nicer at all whatsoever. Let's add them together. Why in the world would we add those together?
They're eliminating.
We want to eliminate the letter
Y.
y. X plus x. Don't say x squared.
2x.
2x. Y minus y. 0.
Oh,
8 plus 10. 18. X is?
9.
You okay, Blake? You just plug back in? Is that good?
Yeah,
Okay.
Wait.
I got 18. I thought we had to do the x and the x like. Oh wait. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more problem. Can I work one more problem, or we could just stop?
You can finish why.
It's one.
Plug it in.
Well, you just put it in.
1.
Who knows?
17.
Okay, 17. Last problem.
Who
Who said yes? 17 is going to be ugly. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Why did
First, you have to draw your own picture. So draw yourself a parallelogram. The only way you could mess this up is...
making
Draw
trouble.
a triangle.
Well, y'all found other ways to mess it up than I had in mind. Once you've drawn this, the only way to mess it up
The A, B, and then the C and the opposite.
jump across the figure. Don't jump across the figure when you name it. I'm going to name it a way I don't normally name it. A, B, C, D. I went counterclockwise. But that's okay.
do that?
A, B is 6x plus 30. I'm not going to do the algebra. I hope you weren't asking about this for the algebra.
The only thing
B, C is 2x minus 5. C, D is 2y minus 10. And A, D is y minus 35. What property are we going to use? Opposite sides are congruent. Unfortunately, I cannot spend a lot of geometry class time doing algebra with you. So if you want to come after school on Tuesday or Thursday, I can do the algebra of this and we can solve the system of equations. But this one's not easy. So I will set it up for you. It's just opposite sides are congruent. But I'm not going to do the algebra of that. We can do that in tutoring. We can talk about the strategies though real quick. Here's the system. Strategy number 1. I could add 35 to this side, and I could take this, and I could put it in Y's spot. What's that called? Substitution. If I really wanted to force elimination, I could take this second one, and I can multiply it by what numbers?
3.
I can multiply it by 3, and that would eliminate the 6, or I could multiply it by 2, and that would eliminate the y. -2 and -3. Yep. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about homework. I need you